Okay, so this is proving to be a very weird breeding season. I have a lot of hens that are just completely rejecting the idea of breeding, and the ones that are breeding are doing weird things. This hen, this is Unakite osmosis. She laid 2 eggs and then stopped laying, and I finally dawned on me that she is egg-bound. Second egg-bound hen. I usually never get any. And it's dawned on me that I treated these guys with antibiotics a few months ago, and it's dawned on me that they all have yeast infections. So, they're currently being treated for yeast infections. And this girl her face is all icky because she's been getting medical marijuana juice all day, and she's a little dazed and confused. You see her cough is like, honey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? And she's just like, ugh. She also has liquid calcium in her water. So hopefully when she comes down and drinks some water, she will have rested enough and have the strength to finally push this egg out. But I will keep working on her because she's still in good shape. She's she's not acting like she's deathly ill like the other girl was. So I think she'll pass this fairly readily. But anyway, so yeah, yeast infections, which, by the way, I do not treat with nystatin. I have used nystatin in the past. It is somewhat effective if the birds will drink it. But they won't drink it most of the time, half of the time. Some of them to the point where they'd rather die than drink it. And the ones that do drink it, it doesn't have a high cure rate. So I've discovered sodium benzenate, which is a pickling salt. It is not a medication. It's cheap as dirt. It's used to make pickles, like out of cucumbers. And you put a very low amount of it in their water, and it kills every fungus in their body. So one of the problems with nystatin is that it sticks strictly to their digestive tract, and the yeast does not stick to their digestive tract. It can get into their lungs, it can get into their reproductive system, it can get into all kinds of different things. And with the sodium benzoate, it goes into their bloodstream and it kills it everywhere in their bodies, not just in their digestive tract. So I'm treating my whole flock belatedly. And she had laid 2 eggs. One of them did have an embryo, but it fizzled probably because she's been in some distress and failed to sit on it. So, this is Murphy, and his girl Lemieux has laid her 7th egg, has 2 visible embryos, and I just checked and she has laid yet an 8th egg. So I may get 3 chicks out of these 2 anyway. This is Kenny Loggins. His girl seems to have stopped at 7. She did lay a 7th egg, so they have 2 viable embryos going in there, and I'm perfectly happy with that. This is O'Dowd and Stream, who failed last time to make anything happen, but this time we got a baby. She has 3 embryos in there because I cooled her down to 3, and I fully expect the other 2 to hatch too. And that little baby is thriving. And this is Indus with his Luna, who Luna had all those embryos last time, and they all failed, I think, because her eggs all cracked. So I've tanked her up on calcium, and lo and behold, Indus is a daddy. Can we see your baby? Can we see your little baby? She says no. I will kill you. She does not like to share. Anyway, trust me, there's a baby now. And we are waiting on a first chick out of these 2. This is Dolerite and Mist. I was looking at culling their eggs the other day, and I was looking at an egg because I thought, this doesn't look right. I think it's gone and it's rotting. And then I dropped it. It's gone now. So she actually only has 2 embryos in there. These guys aren't until the 30th with 3 embryos. So here's a tragedy. This is Quartz, who was that beautiful spangled-pied male that looked like a cloudy sky. And I was cleaning out the cage the other day, and I forgot to close the garage door, and he flew right out past my arm, and right down the hallway, and right out the front of the garage, and I never saw him again. So Lemieux is in, this is Fournier. Fournier is in here alone. She, I haven't even culled her yet, but she has a whole nest full of fertile eggs. And what I will do is, hens are perfectly capable of bringing up chicks on their own. However, I'm not going to leave her with 3. I will cull her. She's like about the last hen going here, so I will cull her down to 3 or 4 eggs. And then I will let her raise the last 2, and I'll foster the others to other nests. Who like for Mist, is only going to have 2 embryos. So she'll get one of these. And I'm really hoping for a baby that looks like his daddy, because Quartz was beautiful, and I am so sad that he flew away. So here's another one that is weird. This is Bubba Jr. and Sif. 2 of Sif's embryos fizzled. I know, because when I candled them, the inside of the egg glowed green. This is not a good thing. So I threw them away so they wouldn't blow up and scatter bacteria all over the place. So they have 1 embryo left in there, and I'm not sure it's going to make it. So, and that kind of makes sense, because they were the first one to lay eggs, so if everybody was suffering from intestinal yeast, they laid all their eggs before I had a chance to address it. So I am treating everybody now. But and if this last embryo doesn't hatch, or maybe even if it does, I will put them out in the flight and try them again in a month. This is Scrappy and Fleur, and they have 4 embryos in there. And they're due to start hatching today. However, there was 1 blank egg in there, so it probably won't hatch until Tuesday. This is my great big violet girl, Lake, and her completely ridiculous, scrawny little male named Doyle. And Lake laid 3 beautiful eggs. Didn't start sitting on them until all 3 were laid, and then stopped. So she has 3 beautiful embryos in there that are all exactly the same development level, because she didn't start sitting on them until after she laid the last one. So, surprise! But, hey, saves me having a cull. And again, I think the weird laying pattern is due to intestinal yeast, which they are currently being treated for. This is O'Connor and his girl Clement, and they are due to start hatching eggs tomorrow, but they had 1 blank, so maybe not for a couple of days after that. I just did an embryo count for these 2. This is McCabe and Airy, and oddly, they only had 2 embryos. So, again, things have been very odd this time around. Starting with how many hens just completely rejected any opportunity to breed. So I'm ending up with, and these 2 are still sitting down here doing not much. They love each other though. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to put them back or wait them out. So what I end up with is 12 pairs on eggs, about to start hatching babies, because I started with 20, and I had 3 or 4 pairs that the hen would never accept the cock. It just was not going to happen. So that emptied out 3 or 4 cages. I don't remember exactly how many. And then I had 2 completely blank nests. And I have 1 egg-bound hen and possibly a second egg-bound hen coming. So yeah, it's been very weird. I am going to get some beautiful babies out of this, but like I said, I obviously, I think I gave everybody a yeast infection and missed it when I set them up. So I'm addressing it now. I'll put a video about sodium benzenate and how to use it in illness and injury playlist. Okay, that's it.